Grand rising, peace, love, harmony, and light. Once again, this is Chief Kalanago. You know I'm always up. I don't sleep because there's work to do. I take naps. However, I don't sleep. You know, when my mission is accomplished, when my purpose is served, then I'll go to sleep. But in the meantime, there's work to be done. So I'm going to continue to do the work of my ancestors. I'm going to continue to stand on their shoulders of all the great ones that came, and even the not so great ones. I still honor them because they still are my ancestors. I honor each and every one of them. Continue to ask for their guidance, their protection. Appreciate the fact that they gave me not just sight, but vision. My goal is to enlighten, teach, uplift. Yes, indigenous people on a whole, Aborigines on a whole, but like I always say, the American continent is my home. It has always been my home. Me, my ancestors, we never sprung from any other land. We are the autochthon American Aborigines, meaning we have been here from time immemorial. So what belongs to my ancestors by default, by my creator given rights, by their creator given rights, belongs to their children. And I am one of the children. You see, it's important to know what you have been through. If you don't know, then you wouldn't know where you're going. If you don't know that you're a slave, then you wouldn't see or feel a need to free yourself. If you don't know that you're property, then there is no need for you to make it be known that you are not property, that you are a living man or woman. You see, the tools that you were given, the devices that you were given, they were given to you so that you could destroy yourself. They will give you the tools. They will give you the vices. They give you Hollywood. So now you have celebrities to look up to, not knowing that that's a trap to get you further away from life, living, and get you closer towards what they actually look at you as: the living dead, the walking dead, dead men and women walking. That's what Hollywood is promoting. This thing is not real. They are actors. Actors, meaning that they are not real. And yet still they calling that world reality TV. No, it is acting TV. But so many of y'all are caught up in that world. You don't see what's happening. A lot of people may not think it's a problem, but subconsciously, your mind is being programmed. Subconsciously, the real you is being programmed. And you may not see how it's affecting you, but believe me, it is. Reality TV is when you wake up and you can't pay your bills. Reality TV is you can't get a job. Reality TV is when your son and your daughter walk in the streets, the cops harass them and make sure by the time they get to 13, 14, 15, they have their fingerprints. They have a police record. That's reality TV. Reality TV is the fact that you don't know you are the American Aborigine, aka the American Indian. Reality TV is you go out there and play a game that you don't know how to play. You go vote for people not knowing that your vote don't count, but yet still they run your life. That's reality TV. You see, reality TV is your sons and daughters going to a school where the education is literally working against them. That's reality TV. You see, that's real. Reality TV is the fact that every corner in your neighborhood has stores that are owned by people that don't look like us, or people who are not American Aborigines. And they sell us all sorts of poison. That's reality TV. Reality TV is the fact that our foods are poisoned. Reality TV is the fact that the water that you drink does more harm to you than good because it is filled with fluoride. So it is calcifying your pineal gland. Reality TV is the fact that your children are getting vaccinations that get them sick instead of helping them. Reality TV is putting your children in their schools. And when you do that, you lose all your parental rights. Now, that's reality TV. You see, what you call reality TV is actually fantasy. These people are getting a paycheck for doing that. Let me ask you a question. What's your paycheck? Where is your paycheck? Y'all think this is a game. These people are not playing. They are not playing. So know the difference between reality and fantasy. Stop idolizing those people who are giving you fantasy. Stop idolizing them. Reality is you supporting people on YouTube in the conscious community that are constantly calling you black and African American, knowing damn well it makes you a slave, it makes you nationless, it makes you property, it makes you 3/5 of a human. You're not recognized as the people. You're recognized as a legal person. You see, that's real. That's real. And Chief Kalanago is always going to give you the real. But I don't just complain about it. You see, I just don't tell you the problem. I don't just tell you the perils that we faced. I give you the solutions. Why criticize a man if you cannot help him? Why criticize a sister if you cannot help her? Why talk about the problem if I'm not going to help fix the problem? You see, I'm a different breed of man. And I let my actions speak for me. There are people with honor. There are people with integrity. And you have to know who are those amongst you. Not everybody is bad. I know our people have been hurt, bruised, damaged. But there are those among us who are upright. When they give their word is their bond. I always tell people, if you want to know who I am, go ask my ancestors. They will tell you. They will show you. They will. Just go to them with truth and honesty, and they will show you exactly who I am. So I was sent here for a reason, a purpose. You see, many are called, chosen a few. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times it gets overwhelming. Sometimes I want to give up. I'm just going to be honest with you. Because it feels like I'm alone sometimes. Even if I have people around me, it still feels that way sometimes. You see, not everybody is built to do this. However, everybody's role is significant. It doesn't matter how minute it is, they still have a role to play. So I make an effort to appreciate all those around me. Even the times when I feel alone. I feel like, Chief, why are you doing this? Why don't you just give up? Let go. You know? But when you know within your heart and you know that you have found your purpose and your ancestors have showed you that you were initiated to be in that position, I cannot disappoint my ancestors. So even if physically it gets overwhelming, even, man, sometimes even spiritually, honestly, I just got to tell you the truth. It hurts sometimes. But I still have to get up, brush my shoulders off, and come to you to continue. I can't stop. I won't stop. This is what I came here for. This is what I came here to do. I have found my purpose. My brothers and sisters, I want you to reach deep down into your thoughts, into your heart, into your mind. Ask our ancestors for guidance. Ask them to open up your eyes, open up your ears so that you could hear and see that the life that you live in, it wasn't meant to be that way. So my goal, my job is to give you the tools. You see, 100 years later, the Negro is still all through the corners of America. The Negro has found himself exiled in his own home. Words of Martin Luther King. And I reiterate. Even Malcolm X, when he went to the other side, because we were taught that we were Africans, so he went to Africa. When he found out that he wasn't African, because they told him, hey, brother, we love you, but you ain't African. He came back here and he said, you are the Aborigines, but you don't like being called the Aborigines. So you see, this system, they have been telling the world in their books, in their historical books, that the Indians, they have been extinct. Well, you see, that's true in a sense. It is not true. The extinction of our people, which is us, we are not extinct physically. We are still here. You see, they always tell the world the truth, but you have to be able to decode it. They speak in parables. That's what they do. They speak in folk tongue. Every word means something different. So when they say that the Indian, the red man, they're not speaking of red in terms of pale or red as in a color, red that you know it as. They're talking about that red undertone that each and every one of us have, the majority of us at least. When they say that the Indian is extinct, they're not talking about physically. They're talking about on paper. It's called paper genocide. They made us extinct on paper. Think about it. We are the only race of people whose identity have changed at least 7 or 8 times on paper. That's what they mean when they say you are extinct. That's the Indian have been extinct. That's what they mean. They made us disappear on paper, but we're still here. You see, that's why the BIA want us to prove we're Indians through paper trail when they know they destroyed all the paper. But you see, grandma was smarter than that. She left the breadcrumbs. Baby, you have a little Indian in you. That was the clue to tell you that you are the real Indian. So, this Saturday, I'm having a class. It's very important that you get this information. Okay? Stop supporting those who are not for you. The class starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, you have to register for the class. How do you do that? Well, you go to the GoFundMe, you register. It's only a donation of $20. You register for the class. When you go to the GoFundMe and you make your willing donation of $20, you would put class and your email in the description. Okay? When you register for the class, you would put class or lecture and you would put your email. Please put your email, because I really don't want people saying, well, I didn't get the information. I'm asking you, I'm telling you what to do. So when you register for the class on the GoFundMe, you say class or lecture, and then you put your email. And then Doc Man will email you the information for the lecture/class. It's very important that you don't miss this lecture, because I'm going to break down in detail on DRIP what it means to the American Aborigine. I'm going to go in depth. What does it mean to implement it? How do you apply it? And how do we make sure that these people respect it? Now, we also have our own declaration. We do. It's called the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. That's for us. We have our own. So I'm going to go in detail how to apply that, how to implement it. What does it mean to the American Aborigine? And how do we get them to respect it? I'm also going to break down in detail House Resolution 331, House of Congress Resolution 331. What does it mean? How are we going to get them to acknowledge and respect and honor what they said in Congress? We are going to go over a few other things, because we are going to talk about decolonization. There's a lot to be learned. You see, there's different levels to this, but we are on the right path. We are. So let us continue to rise as the American Aborigine, aka American Indian. You see, within law, American Indian holds a lot of weight. It does. That's why they got rid of it, because they didn't want you to know. They give you little clues, but they have to pull you right back into the darkness. Well, I say, come out of the blackness, come out of the darkness and come into the light. Put those black fists down, because black lives don't matter. They don't exist. And put your feathers up. So this class is very, 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 very important for you to move forward. A lot of things will give you clarity when I'm done with that lecture. This is about your livelihood. This is about showing you ways how to protect our babies, how to protect you. This is about how important it is to get back our land, to get back our birthright. Now, you may want to continue to live that illusion, to live that fantasy life, to live that reality TV life. That's on you. But I'm here to give you life, not death. I am here to uplift you. Martin Luther King said he's seen the promised land. Well, Chief Kalanago is here to take you to the promised land. You see, every generation comes and does something better for the next one. Every generation should come and do something better than the last one. I am not going to sit by idle and leave nothing for our children to look forward to. I'm not going to do that. I owe them that much. So for those of you who don't care, it's all right. There are a lot of us who do care, because we don't want our children going through the same thing that we went through. Our children deserve to live a life of freedom, life, liberty, just like everybody else. So go register for the class. Let us do this. Okay? Let's do this. It's our time, the American Aborigine. So once again, go to the link below. The link is below. You click on the GoFundMe. You give your free will donation of $20 for the lecture. And in the description on the GoFundMe, you put class or lecture. And then you put your email. Docman will send you the information for the class this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm talking to every Aborigine, American Aborigine across the globe, anywhere in the globe, anywhere on earth. If you're an American Aborigine, you need to be on that class. Okay, you need to be in that class. You need to register for that class. It is time. Let us stop playing games. We have to make sure that the process of decolonization is set forth into motion. We are not playing anymore. The veil, it has been lifted. Now you know the truth. What are you going to do? Okay? So don't spend your time learning from these people that's keeping you Black and African American. You see, the lectures that they hold is to make you stateless, nationless. You have to be very mindful of those who were put in place to distract you and to keep you nationless. Pay attention. Keywords, the clue, okay? The Black. Those are called the Black Christian codes. Okay? The Papal Bull. Diversus. I've spoken of those things before. So don't get caught up in code Black. Come into the light. American Aborigines. Stand up. So go register for the class. It's going to be a powerful class. I don't care if it takes 5 hours. I don't care if it takes 6 hours. But Chief Kalinago is going to go in. So you don't want to miss this. It's important to your livelihood. It's important to us moving forward. We have to make sure that our children will no longer be slaves. Will no longer be prisoners of war. It is time. It is time to step on that promised land and reclaim what's ours. Because it's ours. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. This is Chief Kalinago. I'm signing out. And I'm certainly sure I'll talk to y'all before Saturday. But just wanted to drop this video. Like I said, I don't sleep. I take naps. But when you have the love and passion for your people, that's what you do. All right. So thanks to each and every one of you for doing what y'all do. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right. The link is below for the GoFundMe to register for the class. Peace, love, and light.